According to the union, if the government does not meet the union's demand, what is the response of the Malian authority in all these things? So the question is, why is it a coincidence that this is happening in Mali and Burkina Faso? A 120-hour renewable strike is already scheduled. Respect family, I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for passing by. I appreciate you so much. Today we are in Mali, one of the land of revolution. You know, Mali started a revolution and Niger and Burkina Faso joined in. There is actually a disturbing story developing from Mali involving the financial service providers in the country, banks, insurance companies, and commercial businesses across Mali. They are protesting against the government. Yes, you heard me right. These people are protesting against the government of Mali. We are going to go down into the story to find out what exactly the problem is, because right now, as we're speaking currently, banks, insurance companies, and commercial businesses across Mali have come to complete stop since Thursday, 17th April 2025. This is a result of a 72-hour nationwide strike led by the National Union of Banks, insurance companies, financial institutions, retailers, and service stations of Mali. This union, they call the strike as a protest against the government. And lovely people, this happening is not only happening in Mali. The issue with the financial service providers is not only in Mali, it's happening in Burkina Faso also. After I'm done giving you the update or the detail of what is happening in Mali, then in my submission, I will link it to what is happening in Burkina Faso also. Then you will understand what is the brain behind all this whole thing. We cannot be fooled. They are trying to use the banking sector to intimidate Mali and Burkina Faso. That's the new strategy they want to use. So relax, I got you covered. Currently, this particular strike is causing major disruption in financial and retail services across the country, with no end in sight unless the government step in. The popular question everybody will be asking is, why the strike? The strike actually began after 2 employees from EcoBank Mali were arrested. These people were accused of giving fake guarantees in a case involving Énergie du Mali, a state-owned energy company in Mali. After the arrest, the union that called this strike, they said the arrests were unfair to them and it violates workers' rights. In addition to this arrest, the union says the government has ignored several promises related to working conditions and employees' rights in the country. This is according to the union. They are saying that the government made several promises in regards to working conditions and employees' rights, but these promises were ignored. That is one of the first things. The union actually lined up 15 solid demands to the government. They pulled 15 solid demands to the government of Mali to comply with. And I'm going to take you through the important one. But this looks like a conspiracy agenda to me, if you actually know the root cause of this particular development. Currently, the whole strike happening right now is linked to the arrest of the union members, but I don't think so. I think this is just a mask, okay? The link to the arrest of these guys is just a mask to cover a great agenda, and I will explain that later, but let me take you through the details of the development and I'll submit my opinion. Now, what are the union's demands? The union has presented a list of 15 major demands. Among these 15 major demands, we have better legal protection for employees, meaning so far there is no proper legal protection for their employees in the country, or let me say under the military government. The second one is improved working condition, which is part of the promises that the government made for them, and they feel like the promise has not been delivered by the government. So this is just the reflection of them being not happy with the status of the working condition in the country. The third request on the list is respect for labor laws and regulation. They're trying to tell us that the workers are not respected by the government and things are not well regulated when it comes to workers. These include more demands were part of earlier negotiation with the government. They had negotiation with the government in regards to these things that they are raising, according to them. But talking with the government and trying to solve the problem, it has failed. They've not been able to come to any concrete agreement. And this led to the union to move forward with the strike as a protest against the government. When you look at the strike announcement and its extent, on April 16th, the union released an official statement confirming that the strike is going to start the next day, 17th April. And my Ghanaians will tell you, like joke, like play, on 17th April, the strike actually came to effect. And the strike is affecting all commercial banks, insurance companies, microfinance institutions, retail businesses, gas stations inclusive. I don't know what the gas station is doing in this protest, but we are going somewhere. Now, there is no plan for partial or minimum service currently in the country when it comes to the financial services, meaning these sectors are expected to completely shut down, and they are currently on shutdown during the strike period. Looking at the weight and the part that these institutions play in the country, the effect of this strike actually were felt immediately. This has created serious problem for people who need to withdraw their money from the bank, buy fuel, or access basic financial services because their money is in the bank. They put their trust in the bank, and now the bank closed and say we are on strike because we have a problem with a third party. Customers can't access their money. People currently are stranded due to this strike. Some individuals affected were interviewed and they expressed their concern, and their concern is very clear, so clear. We put our trust in you by giving you our money. If you have problem with any third party, this is the concern of the citizens. If you have problem with any third party, yours is to deal with it. But in dealing with it, our trust in you must be upheld as you are dealing with the problem. Because we are not the cause of the problem, neither are we part of the problem. And we should not be punished by how you decide to solve your problems. So this is the concern of the citizens, and the citizens are saying this is unacceptable, and this is actually going to reduce the trust of the people to put their money in the bank going forward, because previously there is a problem of trust breach between the citizens of Mali and the banking sector already. This is actually the root cause of this problem. We are going there. Relax, I'll take you there. Now the question, what if the government refuses to meet these demands? What action is the union going to take further? According to the union, if the government does not meet the union's demand, they have warned that they are going to have even a longer strike. A 120-hour renewable strike is already scheduled from Tuesday 22nd April to Saturday 26th April. What is the response of the Malian authority in all these things? As at the time I'm making this video, the Malian authority had not made any public statement regarding this, and the union is urging all affected workers to fully support the strike and follow the union instruction. And I said it from the beginning that I'm suspecting that this is just a mask to cover up something which started way back since the military took over. After the military government took over, lovely people, they tried to use the bank, the financial service providers, to threaten Mali to return the country back to civilian rule. Now, this is where the link to all these things happening now is. Now, in the middle of all these things happening to Mali that time, in regards to the financial, the World Bank coming in, and then all the financial punishment, international call came in, and this is what the international call targeted. The international call came in, and how to fix the problem to them was that the Malian military government should return the country back to civilian rule. Then the problem will be solved. And they pull out a proposal. They said the government of Mali need to return the country back to civilian rule, and that is the only way the banking system can be rebuilt with trust. And that is the only way they can work with the bankers in a democratic way to avoid more strike and maintain services. Another proposal on board was that they should reconnect with regional partners like ECOWAS for economic help and trade. And they were warning that if Mali doesn't act soon, the situation could get worse. And now, this bank scandal came in to shake the trust of the people. And the disturbing aspect of this whole thing is that it's not only in Mali that this is happening, it's happening in Burkina Faso also. The banks in Burkina Faso want to give problem to Ibrahim Traoré. In one of his speech, I interpreted it here. He was warning the bank. In some cases, the banks don't want to release money for work to go on. The bank were trying to sabotage. He just came on board and warned them directly. So this is a problem that I think they are trying to use the financial service providers to intimidate the military government. Some contracts were awarded in Burkina Faso, and the banks in Burkina Faso have a role to play. But do you know what? They were trying to sabotage the plan. And the leader have to come in and warn them. And now in Mali, these people, they are calling for strikes. So the question is, why is it a coincidence that this is happening in Mali and Burkina Faso? I think this is an agenda to intimidate the military government. By the way, more stories will pop up to reveal the entire truth behind this. So stay tuned and I'll keep you updated.